All right. And also, I am going to get this here. Okay. Hey everybody, welcome to week 2 of reorganizing, cleaning the studio. This process is taking me a lot longer than I thought it was going to, but I do have a few things to share today, and then I'm going to get off and I'm going to work in earnest. And I'm kind of excited because I'm going to add to my project, which normally that's not a good idea, but I would like to, well, let's just put it this way. This is the second floor of my house. Hey, Janie, welcome. This is the second floor of my house, and so this is the master bedroom that I'm in currently right now. And then across the hall is my daughter's bedroom. Hi, Judy, welcome. And it's split into 2 rooms. So my whoever had the house before me put a wall and made the room across the hall 2 rooms with a pocket door. So Anna's over there and Abby was over there. Abby's moved out. So Abby's room is kind of like a dumping area for some of my stuff, some of Anna's stuff, and Anna's room is a honking mess. So some next steps for reorganizing my studio are, she's actually going to be reffing volleyball tomorrow, and she's leaving bright and early at like 6 in the morning. So I'm going to set my alarm and get up at 6 as well, and I'm going to blow into her room and I'm going to shovel it out. Hey Tana, welcome. And then I'm going to move her desk into Abby's old room to make her an office in there, because part of my issue is, let me just put this down and pick it up a little bit so you can see. Anna is a messy girl by nature. And if we look at, let me just make this so it's not, hold on. Let me just make this a little less dark. I just want to show you what's going on across the way. So here is the other side of the table. You can see there's her computer, right? And then, I don't know if you can see it, but she's got her makeup there, her headphones, and a bunch of other stuff that I won't have to deal with over there. Plus there's a sewing cabinet under there. And then see, she's got all this stuff hanging on the shelf back there. That shelf is a treasure trove of space that I have not used anything on those shelves in literally years. And then I cleared a shelf off for Anna, and she has been using it. But my point is, if I can get Anna out of my room, and of course I mean that in the best, most loving way, like I love having Anna across my table because, you know, we giggle and laugh, and sometimes I'm shooting video and she makes faces at me and she makes me laugh. So I do like having her with me, but I also have another plan for the room if I can get her an office across the hall in Abby's old room. So this weekend is going to be a super Olympics of cleaning, because I'm going to do her room. I'm going to organize Abby's, which has already been sort of organized. And I'm going to move everything out that's Anna's in this room out of this room and put it across the hall, which is going to then free up the back half of my studio. Hey, Francis and Diane, welcome, welcome, welcome. And before we get going any farther on this for today, I do want to thank the people who have signed up for my in-person workshop. I officially have enough people that it's going to run. So if anybody is considering coming to my in-person pants fitting 3-day workshop, March 8th, 9th, and 10th, you know, there's still spots, but I have enough people to have it. And I am over the moon, excited about this workshop, because it's really going to be I think, an amazing time because I've never had 3 days to work with people before, and I know we're going to get a ton done. So I'm very excited about that. So if anybody's watching and they signed up, thank you, thank you, thank you. I have to admit, a couple of the ladies that signed up aren't as familiar names, but I do know a couple of the ladies who did sign up. So very excited. So let me just stop and say hi to LB. Hello, hello. All right, so what did I do since last Friday? I made 3 bags for my patterns. They're back here. And what I did was I made one for jeans and pants. I made one for my Easy Fit and Sew knit collection. And I made one for tops and shirts. Now my bin that I had patterns in and under the bed storage bin, at the bottom of that, I found my original proofs for my original patterns that I printed when I started my J. Stern Designs way back when in like 2009. And so I'm keeping all of the master patterns, all of the patterns that I have that are, let's say, a master graded nest, or patterns that I have not produced into something I'm going to sell, are all going to stay in that under the bed storage container, but I'm not going to keep it in my room. So it's amazing to me that after I took everything out that I am going to use, it's still almost completely full. It's a little bit bulky, so I'm not going to haul it out to show it to you now, but basically I'm only going to keep the patterns that I actively use in those pattern bags that I designed last week. And I'll just show you what the jeans and here's what the jeans and let me see if I can get this. My jeans and pants bag. So you can see it's skinnier, but then also it's longer, and I'm able to put them flat. And I'm going to use one of the strong sew tights through all the tops of the pattern to keep them from like sinking down when I have it hung. So that's my plan for these. And I realized I was going to hang one up, and then I realized that I don't know the setup of my, the final setup for my room yet. So I don't want to stick anything to the wall in case things change. But let me just show you. Oh, wait. Oh, hi, Lalita. Please give more live sessions for woven fabrics. Woven fabrics. So do you mean sewing with woven fabrics? Because I will be, doing that. I also am going to be organizing fabrics after I organize finish organizing my pattern. So we will be moving on to fabric next week. But what I want to show you here now is, so I just want to show you, this is so funny. After I cleaned everything up, I found more patterns in the bookcase that is behind me, where my backdrop. So I found more. So this is Anna's pants pattern that I was working on right here, and you can see I have lots of notes for it. And I will be putting that in my pants thing because I'm gonna continue working with her on that. And then I found this. Look at how fun this is. This is the first pants pattern I ever worked with, and this was back when I used to work at Manchester Sewing, and I made a pair of non-stretch woven pants using this pattern, and I loved them, and I wore them, I think, until I killed them. But look at my full crotch length was 24.5 inches, 10.5 for front crotch and 14 for the back crotch. My full hip was 38.5 inches, and my waist was 28 inches. My waist is over 10 inches bigger than it used to be. So this is just a fun sort of, like the instructions aren't even in here. See, this is all I have left, and probably the pattern that I use to make my pants, that part of it probably isn't even in here. So I thought this was kind of fun. I may recycle this because I'll never use it again, but I thought that was a fun find. European Pants by Los Hints. I really did enjoy working with this pattern way back when, before I started drafting my own. I may recycle this, I don't know, but I did find that. Oh, Hannah says, organization is my obsession, but I can't seem to make it work with my sewing. It's taken over the house. Well, Hannah, you're right there with me, because I've taken over the house too. Like, I have things in the dining room, I have things all over the place, and I'm going to really try to not do that going forward. Excuse me. All right, so then I sent my daughter Anna out on a errand for me to find me big command hooks. So these hooks each hold 10 pounds. And this, look how huge these are. These hold 15 pounds. So after I decide where I'm actually going to hang my patterns up, I'm going to try the 10-pound ones first and see if those are big enough, and then I may return this one and get get more of these, because I don't think I'm going to need more than 20 pounds. Those bags don't weigh 20 pounds. So these are the hooks I'm going to try to use. Now I just want to review here. You always should read the instructions when you're working with something like this, because I would stick them on and then just put my bag right on there and call it a day. But if you read the instructions, it says wait 1 hour for adhesive to build and really form on the wall before you hang anything on it. So I'm going to try these hooks, and then let me just show you here. So this is what my I just want to show you like the dimensions of my room. So basically what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to, let me make me out of the way. I'll put me over here. Okay, so I probably can make me a little bit smaller too. There. Okay, so I'm just going to make a quick room here. And it's not going to be to scale, but I want you to kind of get an idea of what I have to work with here. And then it does this weird jut out thing a little bit, and then it does this. This is what my room looks like. It's got a little, it's got this little corner where the wall comes in, and then over here it's the floor, it extends out. And currently my cutting table is in this area like this. Like I have it wedged against the wall in that little corner, and you can see the corner. If I just lift this up, see the corner right there? Oops. Oh, it goes up like there's the ceiling, and then it comes down like that. And see how the back edge of my table is in that corner. And I'm going to tell you something. I never go back there. Like, that's wasted space back there. So what I'm thinking is I might, once I get rid of Anna's workspace, which is here, I'm thinking I might try putting my table like this. So if my table is like this, going the length of the room instead of cutting across, it will still work with my bank of lights, because right now I have a bank of lights right here on the ceiling and right here on the ceiling. These are lights. And this is a light over here. But those are on the ceiling. So if I turn my table this way, I can still sit back here. This is where I am right now. I can still stay there and then shoot the same way and have the same background, because back here I have all of my shelves. These are box shelves from IKEA. I can keep those there, and then I have a closet here. I have the door to go out over here, and then this, actually my room juts in over here because right here, this is a closet. Okay, so I've got a closet here. I've got my door. So the door to go out, this is a door right here. And then this is another closet over here, but it's recessed into the wall. So this one's back here. Okay, so I've got a closet there. I've got a closet there. I've got this little recessed area here. So I'm thinking I want to switch my table so it's going vertical with the vertical length of my room versus keeping it this way, the way it is now. Now, what that's going to depend on is if I'm going to have room to, like, I still will need I'll still need a circle for my tripod for my jib, because my jib reaches, you know, that camera that's right here in front of my face, that comes from back here and it comes up like this. So there's my camera. And I also have right now, which you can't really, you know, I don't know if I can show you that other part, but basically, right now I have a stand on the corner of my computer where my computer is, and I have another camera right here. So the way I shoot right now is my jib is here. I can swing the jib around to move my camera, and then I also have in the corner, the monitor I'm looking at is like right on this end corner of my table. So I'm really hoping to try changing it around. Now, I can't do any of that until I finish cleaning. So I feel really, I don't know, sort of bad that I don't have more things to show you in terms of, you know, concrete progress. But I will tell you that I'm going to take, see back there, I have that thread stand. Okay, that's got the larger, you know, the larger spools. I'm going to reorganize my serger thread onto this one. So this is going to be, this is going to have serger thread on it instead of this random thread. I have not used a single spool of thread off this rack since I put it on here. So I'm going to try to be really mindful about, you know, putting things on storage things that are accessible, things that I'm going to actually use. And the same thing with my other smaller spool stand over there. I don't use those spools. It's just there for decoration. So I'm going to really try to put what I use on those things, and then I'm going to try to put them where I can easily reach them instead of having them be way in the corner back there. Okay, Lindsay says, I was going to undertake organizing my studio, but now you have me thinking of completely rearranging it. Well, Lindsay, I think it goes hand in hand, right? Because once you start cleaning, you notice that you're really not using your space most effectively. Like, I'm really not using this space effectively. Everything in my 2 closets, I haven't touched any of those things very infrequently. So I really have to take everything out of the closets and then really use the space for things I'm going to use. My problem is I have so much stuff that I don't use in this room that the stuff I do use just ends up piled all over the place. That's my problem. Oh, Diane wants to know where my sewing machine will be. That's a good question, Diane. And so I'm hoping if I put my table like this way, I'm just going to erase the lights in the camera for now, because we know those are there, but they don't take up space. So I'm going to erase my lights. Let's just redraw this for a second. So like if I don't have Anna, whoops, you guys can't see here. Hold on. Hold on one second here. Let me switch. Oh no. Oh, I'm just not, I gotta put it like this, sorry. All right, so I just erased this. So if I push this back a little bit, so let's say it's like this. Okay. It might be possible Well, then I've got, you know, the big table behind me there. That's right here right now. You know, it's like this right now. This is where my sewing machine is currently sitting right there. And I always pick it up and put it on my work surface. I have not been able to set up this room so that my sewing machine stays in one spot. And then I don't have to keep picking it up and moving it. And my serger is currently on its own little rolly stand, and I just roll it around where I need it. So this is my big issue, the sewing machine right here. I would love it if I could set my room up so I can put if I could get my work table and this cabinet to make an L, that would be my dream, but I don't know if I can make that work or not. We're going to have to see. So I'm going to have to like really play around with, you know, what things are, where things are. Oh, Tana wants to know, would the box shelves fit in the indent on the right? Yes, they would. Oops. Well, all right, so let me just show you here. Let's see if I can show you without being scary. Okay, so let's look at the back. So see, you can see there's a big wasted space in that back corner back there. And I haven't cleaned, I just keep throwing stuff in that corner. I have to clean that. But notice the very bottom shelf where that brown box is, those are my bags I use to make kits and patterns. That has been neatly organized. So that bottom cube is already organized, and you can see I already organized my stabilizer cube. And then those two, the red and blue, are filled with thread, so I have to reorganize that. Then I have books, and I have a machine down there I have not used forever, so I have to decide what to do with that. And then, you know, I've got 16 squares there. Then over there, I don't know if you can see, but underneath the stand, there's a low four block of shelves behind my dress. And then I have a 8 block over there. And then I have, you can see the closet door back there. See the closet door? Okay, so I've got all that space. And then over there, I have my embroidery machine's over there. My printer is right there. And I pushed my dress forms out of the way. So I do have a lot of shelving that I could reorganize. Actually, you know what? If I moved that bank of that 16 block of shelves, if I put that over here, then I could maybe, well, no, I guess see the problem is that, see how the ceiling angles up like that? And then over here, the ceiling angles, see how the ceiling's angled like that? I would love it if there was no angle. I could have stacked that 8 block sideways on top of that one, and it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 high probably, but I can't do it because the ceiling angles around the edges. Unless I put it over here. Like if I put it here, it would fit there too. But I see what you mean about using that indentation. So that might be an idea, Tana. So thank you for that idea. Okay, so let's see. Julie says, I am in the same situation, tubs of stuff unknown and untouched, in the process of cleaning out unused room upstairs so I can move my sewing room out of the basement after 25 years. Oh, you know what? I could have, when I moved into this house, half the basement downstairs is finished, and I could have had that whole half of the house as my studio, but I just didn't like the idea of going down into the basement. So, you know, at the time, my stepson Nathan chose the master bedroom for his bedroom instead of the basement. So my husband and I made the bedroom for us in the basement, which is nice because it's always cool and it's private. It's down away from the kids. Well, when we had them all here, you know, so now, you know, I just I don't know, there was something about going to the basement I didn't want to do. And then when Nathan moved out, my husband was like, well, why don't we just make this your studio? So this became my studio. But I feel like as I keep adding things, I just made it messier and messier and not organized. So you can see after that little jittery tour I just showed you, I have a lot of space, and it just comes down to how I organize it. The other thing I'm considering is this table that I work on, and I might have said this last week, but this table is a 4x8. It's huge. Do I need 4x8? I don't think so, because remember, I never use back there, right? So maybe I'll cut it down, my work surface, I'll cut it down to be the size of my cutting mat. Do you see what I'm saying? So I could do this cutting mat is, you know, the 68 by, well, probably 40. 68 by 40 inches is probably enough space. And if I cut down this table, then if I turn it this way, I might have more room to do other stuff. So I am considering cutting this down. This table, by the way, underneath my Big Mat Rotary Cutting Surface Company cutting mat, is a piece of laminate I got at Home Depot for $38, and it's currently sitting on an 8-foot table. I could go and get a 4-foot table and put that under, I'm not a 4-foot, I'm sorry, a 6-foot table, put the smaller table under this, and then have this be a smaller space. So that's another thing I'm considering. So I have to figure out all of that stuff. But before I do any of this reorganizing, what I'm going to do is I've organized all my patterns. I'm very, very happy with that. I've started cleaning the general area. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just spend the rest of today cleaning everything that I can just either recycle or move out of this room, because the more stuff I get out of the room, the more I'll be able to see what needs to stay in the room. Then I can, start organizing each shelf. And I actually, on the other side there's a couple shelves that have almost nothing in them. So like I'm wasting a lot of good space, and I feel like if I can just be a little bit more organized, I can maybe then change the organization of my room. So I am going to reorganize. Let me stop and say hi to Ali. I'm not going to try to pronounce your whole name, and I don't even know if I pronounce your first name, but hello from Iran. I don't know. I'm doing cleaning in my studio. It's not, for some people it might not be a riveting topic, but for me, this has got to happen, because like I said, I tried to do it last year. And I didn't. Now, one of the things that's slowing me up as well is the popularity of my Fit Tip Tuesday that I did this week. I did efficient workflow for bodice fitting. This is a PDF that you can get from my online store to go along with the Fit Tip Tuesday. I had not intended to spend time writing anything new or doing any new major projects while I was cleaning my studio, but I couldn't help myself, because once I started thinking about the topic for Fit Tip Tuesday, I thought, ooh, we need a PDF. So if you're following along with my Fit Tip Tuesday and you're doing efficient workflow for bodice fitting, what I'm going to do for Fit Tip Tuesday this week is I'm going to show a variety of ways to transfer adjustments to your paper pattern after you make that first fit muslin. And there's going to be no companion PDF. The PDF will be in 2 weeks, will be part 2 of this. So that way I don't spend any time writing this week, because I really have to spend this week cleaning. So this kind of sucked up a lot of my time as well to make this. Oh, hi Heather from Tasmania, welcome. Wow, this is so exciting. I have a woman I am doing private jean fitting with from Germany. So I just find it very cool that I don't know, I'm reaching people outside the United States. And I mean, I love all of my obviously I love everybody and I love everyone who follows me in the United States, but there's something about thinking about, like, someone from Tasmania knows J Stern Designs. Like, I think that's so cool. So thank you for checking in and saying hello, and thank you for following along, and thank you to all of my domestic followers too. I love all of you. So I really appreciate that you join me for this. This isn't, some of these FabFit Fridays are not going to be productive. This is not a productive FabFit Friday. I apologize, because I have so many things going on and I'm really trying to focus on cleaning every spare second that I'm not doing something else. So that's my story for today. I know it's really short, it's a half an hour, but I have plans. So this is what you're going to hold me to. For next Friday, I will have my entire studio is going to be cleaned out, meaning there's going to be no mess on the floor. There's going to be no clutter. I'm going to box up and move anything out of the studio that I don't need to be in here with me by next Friday. And then I can show you my plans for organizing my cube things in the back, my closets, and we're going to look at my fabric and decide what to do about that next Friday. So that's what we're doing next Friday. It's going to be all about fabric. And I'm also going to organize my patterns. Now, when I said patterns, I meant all my paper patterns. But remember, I sell patterns. So I have a few boxes that look like this. Okay, so see, they're just boxes of patterns. This is my inventory. So in addition to organizing the patterns that I sew with, I also have to organize my inventory. I try to keep my inventory very low. Luckily, I live right around the corner from my printer. So when I need a pattern, I can say, oh, can you print me patterns? And they do. But I need to find a better way to organize what I have in stock instead of leaving them in these boxes. I think I have 3 boxes like this of in-stock patterns. So I'm going to organize those as well. And then, of course, when I get to my rebrand, the packaging will be smaller and they'll be easier to organize. So, Lalita is from India. Wow, I ran Tasmania and India all in one FabFit Friday. That's amazing. Thank you guys so much. It's 5:30 a.m. in Tasmania. Wow, you're an early bird. My new puppy has been waking me up at the crack, like at 5, between 5 and 6, to go out and do her business. So I've been getting up at your time most days, but I usually go back to bed for another little bit before I get up for real. But anyway, so I hope you didn't find this boring, or someone from Sweden. Welcome, welcome, Leah. That's so cool. Okay, so all right, so I'm really and we have Joyful Joy from Canada. Yay! All right, so again, I hope you don't find this boring. But Susan from Virginia. Welcome, Susan. Thank you for checking in. I really love you guys. I mean, the fact that you're sitting here listening to me talk about my studio organization and cleaning woes, that means a lot to me. I really appreciate it. It's motivating me to actually do it. So again, not boring, rather it's encouraging to keep me working on mine. Oh, thank you, Julie. I thought, every Friday I'm going to make huge progress. I'm going to show them how amazing I am. And some weekends that's going to be true, but this week didn't work out for me. But I promise you, I will have all the clutter gone. I will have things organized, and I will make significant progress for next week, because I'm going to really try to do nothing new, no new projects except for shooting Fit Tip Tuesday, Cool Tools next week. Those 2 things. The rest of the week is going to be cleaning when I'm home. So that's going to be my plan. Oh, Bright and Shiny Ray says, not boring, Jen, helpful. Oh, good. Um, oh, I wish I could pronounce names from Boise. Mali, Malia, Malia from Boise. Um, Tana says not boring because we can relate. Joyful Joy says I think we can all relate to sewing rooms and how it gets out of whack. And Barbara says hi from Western Oklahoma. Welcome, welcome, Barbara. Oh, so I just want to say Barbara is one of my newer subscribers, and she's been commenting on videos, and I love all her questions. I love all your questions. So I just want to remind everybody to, if you're watching a video and you have a question, please post it, because that's one of the ways that I get my Fit Tip Tuesday topics. And that's how I started Efficient Workflow for Bodice Sewing, was a question I got in my J Stern Designs Fit Sew Embroider group. So I love all the questions, Barbara. Thank you so much. And LB says, happy weekend, see you. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you for coming all the way from India. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Again, mine is going to be cleaning, cleaning, cleaning. And I'm going to also use the goal of, I can't clean next weekend because I'm teaching jean fitting on the 20th and 21st. I believe that's next weekend. Let me just get my little calendar out here. All right, so the fact that I can find my calendar shows you that I'm at least a little more organized. Yep, so yes, so next weekend I can't clean, I have to teach. If anybody wants to do Zoom jean fitting with me, there are still a few spaces. On the 20th and 21st from 1 to 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And I'm going to be pulling a name and giving one of those seats away for free to celebrate my new in-person 3-day pants fitting workshop. That if anybody came in late, I just want to remind everybody, I have enough people. It's definitely going to be going. And if anyone else would like to join me, there are a few spots left. It's going to be an amazing time. We are going to have a ball. 3 days of pants fitting with me. What could be better than that? I don't know, but we are going to have a wonderful time. So there you are. All right, so I think I'm going to wrap it up, because now I'm starting to do my thing I do when I start running out of things to talk about, where I ramble. But I am staying in my studio and I'm cleaning until it's time for dinner. And then I'm going to wake up tomorrow and I'm going to do the other room. And then I'm going to share all of that with you next Friday, and I will have some exciting things to show you, because this is my week. So thank you guys for joining me for my little planning, my little think tank for how I'm going to organize my room. Tana, thank you for suggesting moving my shelves. Oh, Judy says, I see you won't be in Puyallup. I know, I'm so sorry, Judy. I was conflicted because I had an amazing time at Sew Expo, but I was there a week, and it's a long trip from Connecticut, and I decided instead of doing that, I was going to do the 3-day workshop here. It's the weekend after Sew Expo, though it's not the same weekend, but I decided to try that instead, only because it took up so much of my time. And I only taught a couple classes, and just between us, my check didn't even cover my airfare and my Airbnb. So I decided to try this instead. But I will tell you, I am super sad that I'm not going. Look for Trisha Comancho is teaching some classes. She's from the Creative Costume Academy. My friend Sarami Duffy from So Live is going to be teaching at Sew Expo. And Katrina Walker is teaching a ton of classes at Sew Expo. So definitely take some classes from Katrina. She's amazing. And I'm sure there are other amazing people teaching there as well. But now that I know they're going to be there, I'm sad I'm not going, because it would have been super fun to hang out with them. So maybe I'll go next year. We'll see. So, but if you are going, have a wonderful time and say hi to everybody for me. So, all right. So I am going to sign off. Have a wonderful weekend. I'm going to have a very clean weekend, because that's all I'm doing this weekend is cleaning. I'm cleaning today, I'm cleaning tomorrow, and I'm cleaning Friday. That's what I'm doing. I mean, I'm Saturday and Sunday. That's what I'm doing. All right. So you guys have a wonderful, wonderful. Oh, Bright Shiny Ray says the best cleaning and organizing vibes to all of us. You've got this, Jen. And so do we. Yes, we can all do it. So yay. All right. So I'm going to go now. So I'm going to start cleaning. So you guys start cleaning too. If anybody wants to share their studio pictures or their cleaning challenges, you can email me and I can offer my advice. Maybe sometimes it's easier to see how to clean somebody else's space. But anyway, oh, Judy cleans every weekend. You go, girl. Maybe I should turn over a new leaf. Okay, I'm going to go. I'm going to start cleaning, or I'm sorry, keep cleaning, because I was cleaning earlier as well. So get ready for a super excited view of my studio next Friday. I promise you there will be a significant improvement in what you see today. And I've shown you all the corners now, so you know what I have to deal with. All right, Judy's setting a good example. That's right, Judy is setting a good example. Well, I'll just say one other thing. When I was a child and a teenager, my parents made me do weekend chores. I don't know why that didn't stick. So maybe I need to go back to that. But in any case, I'll see you all next week. Have a wonderful week. And, you know, if you're cleaning and you want to share your pictures or if you want to check in with me, please do. I did get some emails with suggestions about how to make those pattern bags really stick. So there you go. All right. So Bright Shiny Ray, Judy says thank you. I love it. All right. So you guys have a wonderful weekend. I'm signing off. Again, join me next Fab Fit Friday for a Fab Fit room. All right. All right. Bye, everyone.